Hello everybody and welcome to another live stream. If you're new here, these live streams happen every Friday or almost every Friday between 1 and 3 p.m. Eastern time. And basically it's a place where we get to hang out and you can interact live and I can show you tips and tricks live basically. For this Friday, I thought I'll do something a little bit different, which would be, I've never really done a Halloween tutorial on my YouTube channel, and I thought maybe I could do that. But as I was starting to plan this, we're getting a storm, which basically means that I don't have that much light, and I'm trying to figure out, I think I'm gonna move the light that's behind me actually in front of me. So maybe that will help. Let's see. Let's hope Muffy doesn't hate the idea. Sorry, Muff. But it has to be here, buddy. You know. Yeah, I know you don't like it, but. Now, I don't know. That doesn't seem to help that much. Sorry, Muff. He's like freaking out, like he doesn't understand what's going on. Let me put some books underneath the computer so that I can bring it closer. I'm sorry that I didn't do this beforehand. I swear I wanted to, but then I got caught up with other things, and yeah, so I have to improvise now. Let's see if that helps anyhow. Now, if I could get this to actually have some light, that probably would help a lot so that you can see me properly. Hello! Wait a second, I'm going to do some construction work underneath. Let's see. There. Like, I wasn't planning that the light would just go away, you know? Oh, it's actually really windy now, like it suddenly started. Anyways, is that anyhow better? It looks like I'm filming nighttime. It's actually 2 p.m. here, so whatever. Anyways. Need to have my drink, which is, as always, Diet Coke on my fancy cup. And as usual, I started priming with this, which is the Lip Maximizer, by the way. You can see how much I've used of these. Like, for me, to finish up a lip gloss or lip balm, it means that I really, really like it. And actually, my Dior Glow in Coral is almost done. So yeah, I really like these ones. They are very good. They're especially good to prime your lips before anything. So yeah, that's all I can do for the light situation. I don't have any ceiling lights. I don't have any spotlights. I don't have any of those filming lights that people put, because usually I film during morning or daytime when there is light, a lot of sunshine. But today, that's the situation. So, excuse me. When I'm done with this tutorial, maybe I'll link below the, maybe I'll link below the images that somehow inspired me to this. But as I probably mentioned earlier, when I started in makeup artistry, I was very, very, very obsessed with Thierry Mugler work, like his designs, all of the, you know, the sort of mini movies he made, and the aesthetics in general. It was very futuristic, very explicit in a way. Like, a lot of people were criticizing him for that. I personally really loved it. I still love all of his work. pretty much all of his clothes. I always have wanted to own a piece from him, from the runway. And I especially love the, for example, the alien, is it the alien gold? I don't remember the name exactly, but it's the one that comes in a gold bottle. The advertisement of that, the movie, is absolutely stunning. They have managed to create these almost like a alien gold goddess or something like that. Anyways, and on another note, I didn't watch the entire movie, but I saw a little bit of the Neon Demon, which I can't really rate on the movie. That's not the point of it, but I really, really like the aesthetics that the makeup artist came up with. Like, a lot of the looks were very, I want to say, avant-garde, very, very futuristic in a way, very abstract lines and things like that. So that's something that I got inspired. And yeah, so I thought of pulling out some things. Like, for example, I never talked about this before, is the Sephora Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation in the lightest shade, which is cream. Now, this one is pretty light, but because it doesn't have that much coverage, it will fit a range of skin tones, I want to say. Like, if you're NC, NW, I want to say 05 to 10, you probably can wear this. Like, there you go. And you can see that, I mean, it's very sheer coverage. Like, I was told that this had more coverage than the Dior Air Flash. That's not true. The Dior Air Flash is still superior to this. Dior Air Flash is a foundation. This is just like a mist that will perfect a little bit your skin. I would say that this is also very good if you have imperfections on your body and you want to camouflage it a little bit without it looking like you have foundation in there. And this is like very fast to apply, and you can like use a big buffing brush and just buff it around. And also the price, of course, is much lower than the Dior Air Flash, and they have a wider range of shades than Dior Air Flash. But Dior Air Flash is still superior in any way. Like, Dior Air Flash, you can have a sheer to almost full coverage. It has a beautiful finish. You can adjust the finish. You can have matte finish. You can have very glowy finish, depending on the primers that you use, depending on how you set it, how you apply it. Overall, Dior Air Flash will always be my favorite of these like tan type of foundations. I used to have the SK2 airbrush foundation, which came in a machine. I didn't really like it. It was too cakey, too matte for my own taste. So yeah. And I pulled out you can't buy this anymore, but I just pulled them out for the sake of doing this tutorial. This is the Luminous Silk Foundation by Armani in the shade 0, which is white. And I thought that maybe I'm going to mix it with the UV Lasting Foundation in shade 2. This used to be my holy grail foundation for a long time. When actually I first moved to Finland, this was the only foundation I would wear. I pulled also paint sticks. I have pigments. I have Ben Nye Pale Vampire color. I've used this as a foundation a lot, as you can tell. Yeah, and I thought I might use this as a contour today. It's very, very purple gray, as you can tell. I hope you can tell there. So this is a very nice contour. I've used it as whole face foundation, as you can tell. Yeah, I have a lot of pigments, glitters, all kinds of things. So we'll just roll with it. I don't know what's gonna come out of this. This is supposed to be just a fun tutorial for you guys. I'm not very good at planning things beforehand. I don't like to plan. I feel it's restricting me a lot. I don't like to stick to a script. I don't know. I just personally don't like that. Another thing I wanted to mention is that next week, Friday and the other Friday, there won't be live streams because I'm gonna travel to Finland. So I'm gonna have my second vacation of the year there. And it wasn't originally planned to go there, but things happened. We have to take care of visa and things like that. So we decided to just go there. So without further ado, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my eyebrows. I feel like I don't want to fill them in with my usual color. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Where should I start? I think I'm going to start with the base. That's maybe what I'm going to do because I want to do a lot of things to my face, and if I start doing the eyes, then I'm going to feel like I'm restricted if I want to bring something like shadows from the eyes up to my face or down on my face, whichever way. So I'm going to start by, yeah, doing my face. Sorry, Muff. I scared him. Sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to. So I'm going to take the Giorgio Armani Lasting Silk. No, UV. Lasting Silk UV. A lot of people asked me in the past, I think right now, no. What is the difference between the UV Lasting Silk Foundation and the Luminous Silk Foundation? The Luminous Silk Foundation has has less coverage to begin with. This is a medium coverage. It also has more of a glow, so it's more of a dewy finish. Natural dewy. It's not entirely dewy like other formulations, but it's a natural dewy finish. And this one is more of a natural matte finish, and it has medium to full coverage. And it's better for oilier skin. The Luminous Silk Foundation, you can wear it whether you have combination skin, oily skin, dry skin, but you'll have to prime properly beforehand. But it won't make you oilier than what you are, but it won't control the oil if that's your concern. So I've mixed both of them here. And the reason why I mix them is that, well, not necessarily to get a better match per se, but I'm going to be doing a lot of things on my décolleté. So I want the face to not be, you know, absurdly dark compared to there. So that's why. And also, I feel like this look will be a little bit more ethereal, so I want it to, I don't know, have a little bit more brightness. And by the way, this shade is very yellow. I'm aware of that. I used to love it because it was this kind of yellow. I mean, it counteracts a lot when I have a lot of redness. And again, if there are questions, please ask. Like, I love to answer questions, and this is the main point of doing this kind of live streams thingies. On another note, well, since we're on the topic of makeup and things like that, I've been really loving La Prairie's foundation. I've been trying different combinations. I've lightened it, I've used it on its own, and I have to say I like it in all of the ways, but I think that my favorite is when I mix the Cover FX drops in N10 into it, because then it brings like a totally flawless coverage. And it does lighten it a little bit, which if you watched my last week's live stream, then you'll know that the foundation from La Prairie isn't exactly like my match. So here's that. Let's see if I can show you better here. When you apply that luminous silk, it does not convert the UV lasting foundation into full coverage. This one sort of reduces the coverage a little bit, which is, well, a pity, but it transforms it more into the coverage of the luminous silk, which it's fine if you, for example, here you don't really have much problems, but if you have, you know, acne or things like that, the luminous silk will be a little bit of a problem compared to the lasting UV foundation, but we'll roll with it, right? The Prairie foundation. The Prairie foundation is magic. There is no other word around it. Like, I can see why it costs so much, because it's honestly that good. So there's that. I think I'm gonna conceal a little bit. Whoops. Oh, unfortunately, it's getting very hot in my room. I don't know why. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. I'm using Amazing Cosmetics concealer in. I'm gonna check in a moment which shade I'm actually using. I don't know what's wrong with my window. Can you hear that sound? Like bzzz. Oh. It's an annoying sound that's been happening now, like recently. Can you hear that? I don't know what's that sound from. It's from the, I know that it's triggered by the AC, so that the, you know, the somehow something on the window is vibrating. But anyways, it's, even Muffy has been like, you know, complaining about it. So, by the way, I use, this isn't exactly that light. I'm gonna switch to this one, which might be a little bit lighter. But I tend to go here so that it will smooth out the skin, if that makes sense. If you have these nasolabial folds, or you're prone to getting those, if you put something that's a little bit brighter or lighter in that area and then blend it out, it will somehow, you know, make that area smoother. I hope I'm making sense. Anyways, I'm still concealing with this one, which I want to talk a little bit about it. For those of you who might have never tried it and you might be interested in it, what I like about this is that it has a very wide range of tones. So it's, you know, you can find, if you're NCNW 05, ivory, is it ivory? Is it ivory? I don't want to say something wrong, mistaken. Yeah, ivory will suit you beautifully. You can also use it as a foundation if you need like a fuller coverage foundation, or you can use it, you know, just to spot conceal. But it won't be as brightening as this one, which is their Illuminate concealer. So this is sort of their, you know, full pigmentation concealer. It covers everything, pretty much everything. But this one is more of a lighter pigmentation, but it has like curly particles, so it's more of a brightening concealer. So I appreciate that this brand has done, you know, a brightening concealer for very pale people, because usually if you're looking at brightening stuff, it ends up being like our skin tone or a little bit darker, and that doesn't really brighten. It's, yeah, it's concealer, but it doesn't really brighten. So, oh, sorry, my nose is itchy. It started to be itchy. I apologize. So yeah, they're amazing cosmetics, both of them. Whoops, upside down, there. Very, very good. This one lasts forever. So, there. I just want to show you a little bit, like step by step. I haven't yet concealed under eyes because I need to do something a little bit more under my eyes, because I've lately got very, very dark under eyes, or darker than usual. I don't want to say very, very and then offend someone that has, you know, way worse than me, but yeah, for me it's not nice. So now I'm using this palette, which is by Pam. It's Le Mac, so it's from Le Mac Pam. It's from Pam London, and it's Mac Pro, MAQ, not MAC Cosmetics, but Mac Pro. So from Maquillage, Mac Pro from Paris, and it's like a multi-purpose wax-based color pigment. So you can do like special effects. You can do blushes, lipsticks, foundation, concealer, whatever. It's like a multi-purpose thing that I keep on my kit. So I'm gonna just go with a mix of two pinky color, there. Actually, it's surprising how hot it's getting in here. You know, it's supposed to be fall time here, but we actually got almost 100 degrees, which it's around 30 Celsius. And it's like, you know, almost November. So the AC system in the building is a little bit crazy, because suddenly there is like a lot of warmth, so it starts to push a lot of cold, and when there is like suddenly becomes rainy or something like that, then the whole system like almost like it doesn't know what to do, so it doesn't work. So there is a lot of warmth in here, because it's not exactly cold right now outside. It's starting to get back to cold, but it's not really cold. So we have this weird limbo that there is no air in the apartment, so it feels kind of I don't know how to explain it. It feels kind of humid and warm, and you don't really know if you have to wear something long sleeved, or you have to wear like a tank top, or yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say, you live like in the same same latitude. Yeah, same latitude, I think. Yeah, because we're on the same time zone. So probably you know what I'm talking about. By the way, now I'm adding just more of that Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer on top in order to camouflage that, or not camouflage, but, you know, remove the pink. So putting it back to skin tone. So I've neutralized my blue blueness. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit asphyxiating. That's the good word. Sofocante. And for those of you who are new here, when I start to do my base, I take forever. That's just how I am. That's something that for me, it has to be perfect, if you wish. I mean, not really perfect. I'm perfectionist, but I'm not that perfectionist either. So now I'm taking the Illuminate one and I'm gonna just drag it here because I have like this kind of, how do you call it? Not a hole. There is another word. Not an indentation. Maybe an indentation? I don't know. If you know the word, let me know. So I'm applying just a little bit of that. Same concept as in the nasolabial folds. And on another note, which this note might sound a little bit weird, but I want to say if you're interested, like if you're considering getting a beauty blender, get the nude one. I don't know what it is, but the nude one performs better than the pink or the black or the red one. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I have no idea. Another thing, the nude one does not bleed. If you've had a pink or red, you'll notice that it bleeds the color. This one does not bleed. So I don't know if, you know, that's the issue, that there is a little bit of a pigment in the beauty blender that when you use it a lot with foundations and liquids, that it somehow affects. Oops, sorry. That was my iMessage on my computer. I apologize. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like the temperature changes make the AC just go crazy. So it's like, that's exactly what happened. I was feeling cold, so I wore like this. This, by the way, is by Free People. If you've never tried it, please, please, please try it. It's their Ventura Thermal. I think it's the Ventura Thermal. They're amazing, like gorgeous, super long, feels comfy. I don't know. I'm just letting you know. Anyways, I have a bunch of colors in this one. So I was like, I'm actually freezing. I took a shower. I was like, hey, it's kind of cold, which is a little bit weird for me to feel cold because I'm 9 out of 10 feeling hot. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wear this because this is like in between. It's warm, but it's not really like a sweater. It's like open neck and whatnot. And now I'm like, I'm burning. I'm literally burning. I'm sweating. If you could touch me, I'm like all sweaty. So it's like, the AC was blowing full power because there was a lot of sunshine, and now the AC is like not doing anything. So I'm like, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Let's see. Sorry, if you see me like going down there, is because I'm reading the comments. The nude one of this, or the new one of what? Okay, so now I'm gonna take, again, sorry, this is a limited edition. I don't mean to pull out things that you guys can't get, but you can always make this own mix yourself. You can get any translucent powder, or preferably white powder if you're NCNW 05 to 10, and you can add a little bit of, for example, MAC vanilla pigment, or check any pigment that has a dual chrome to it, and you can add. For example, if you have a lot of redness, you can buy a white duochrome that has a little bit of green or blue tint, and that will sort of like a little bit help counteract the redness. So yeah, you can do it yourself, but I have this one from Armani I bought it years ago. I don't use it that often because I really love it and I can't get it back up. And this was it's the loose microfill, but it has that pearlescent thing going on. Let's see if I can show you. Can you see there? No? Okay. So it has somehow a little bit of a duochrome. So I'm taking a little bit of that, the sponge, and I'm gonna try and set my under eye, which by the way, this sponge is terrible. Like, don't do that. I'm gonna take this, which is usually works way better for me, at least. And at least to me, I need to set especially around my eyes, because if it starts to migrate into my eyes, I'm gonna get allergy. So I need to set that area. If it's a big concealing work, or if the concealer tends to be creamy, like in this case, the Amazing Cosmetics concealer is very, very creamy. So if you tend to have problems with migration, then I wouldn't recommend you getting the Amazing Cosmetics concealer unless you're willing to set it every time. There. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but it has that duochrome. And it was like spring 2011, I want to say. Yeah, it was spring 2011 that I bought this. And I've been just, you know, I used to use it a lot until I realized, like, hey, I can't get it back up. It was back then when, well, I was kind of broke. So I remember when I bought this, it was my birthday. I turned 2011. How old was I? Lame moment of YouTube history. The person does not know how old they were. So I turned 23. Yeah, so I turned 23 and I had got some money for my birthday. And I bought Guerlain number 69 fragrance, which I still have, by the way, because it was a massive bottle. Well, not massive, but for me, 100 ml in fragrances tend to be massive. Thank you for my own exaggerative nature. Not really. But yeah. And then I purchased this powder, and I was just like in love with it. You know, when I saw it, I was like, I need to have this. I need to have this, even if I have to cut down my food intake for this week. So there's that. Let's see if I can show you better. As you can see, it has this glow to it. So it's a pretty nice setting powder if you are doing something that requires a little bit of glow. So now I have small eyes because everything is concealed and I feel like I have weird eyes. Oops. See, it's already starting to cake there, so I have to press it a little bit better. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. Hello, Muff. You wanna come here? Come here. Come. Come here. Come on my shoulder. Come. He's just like looking, like pondering whether he's gonna come or not. Anyway, so now I'm wondering, what do I want to do? I have paint sticks. Oh my gosh, I always sound like I'm saying paint sticks. Paint sticks. I'm gonna do the contour. What the hell, Muff? Seriously, what the hell? He just flew on the computer cable. Yeah, totally random. Random bird. Random boy. I'm taking Ben Nye Pale Vampire, and I actually need something better than this to precisely contour. Whoops, 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 whoops. That's too thin. You wanna come here? Okay, let's go there. Okay, there's Muffy. Whee! So anyways, there it went. I'm taking It Cosmetics, this, I've lost, like, it's faded, so I have no idea what's this one, but there is like one side that I like and I'm gonna pick that one. So this isn't like exactly massive contouring. Like, I picked it because it has this goldy shade, but truth to be told, it's more or less my shade. You know, it's like a little bit sad when you can wear Pale Vampire foundation shade. It used to be one of my first super pale foundations that I bought that actually matched me. You know, I was like, okay, nothing that I have tried so far is matching me, so let me actually buy the Pale Vampire from a theatrical company. You know, like, probably won't match me, but at least I'll have something for Halloween. Well, no, it was like, well, this actually matches me. That's a little bit sad. So yeah, I'm adding just a little bit of a grayish tone there. In no way I'm contouring like with something darker. It just looks like that because, like, if you could see it in real life, let's see. See, I'm applying it on my neck, and it's actually a nice fit, and I'm applying it on my chest, and it's actually a nice friggin' fit. Well, if it would be a hair lighter, it would be a very good fit. Like, the undertone is pretty good. But my face is pretty yellow right now because of that Armani foundation, which is quite yellow. Which I don't understand why most brands make like strong yellow undertones for their pale foundations. Like, what's up with that? Anyways, I'm rambling and ranting as usual. So I felt like I'm gonna just that was Muff, by the way. If you're new here, that's my bird. Oh, come on, Muff. Remove your toe from the camera. Muff, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, you're not gonna lick the camera. No. So yeah, I'm just applying these randomly to add a little bit more. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just, Muff, seriously? Seriously? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm just winging it. We're gonna see what comes out of this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna show you in a moment what it looks like. My ears are very red, by the way, if you have never noticed. And I just realized I've spent 40 minutes doing my base. I apologize. I truly do. So, what shall we do? I'm gonna prime my eyes. Whoops. Okay. And I'm using the Kat Von D thingy primer in Fair. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Muffy has decided he's gonna shower. And that means that I'm gonna get wet too. Muffy? Seriously? Now? Like now? Right now? Okay. Well, the boy is showering. What can I do? I'm gonna start by probably applying a little bit of this on my eyebrows. I don't know what I want to do on the eyebrows. Maybe something. He's funny. I'm already warning you beforehand that this tutorial is gonna be a long ass tutorial. So if you don't have the time, I apologize. You can rewatch it later if you anyhow have any interest in this mess that I'm doing. Yeah, he actually, well, he has his shower pot. So, Muffy, you haven't showered. Come on, that was like 2 drops. Like, he has his forehead wet, and he's pretending like he's all wet. No, you aren't. Like, come on, Muffy. He's looking outside, and we have water dripping on the window, so he thinks that he's all wet and, you know, like clean and shit. But yeah, he goes in his water pot and starts like with the water, and like, well, he doesn't really know how to shower properly like a bird. So he just like drizzles water all over him and calls it a day. So yep, I've tried multiple methods to make him shower. Like I've tried going with the water bottle, I've tried putting him a proper water bowl, I've tried you know, with the spritz. I've tried pretty much everything that there is to try with a canary bird. So, yeah. Now he's going again. Okay. Fine. By the way, as I'm going to mention probably 300 times in this video, I don't have any plan. Oh, there you are, Muffy, in the camera. Great. Come on, put it wet. Like, let's break the camera. How about that? Yeah, I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I'm just, again, winging it. By the way, that was Muffy's tail, for those of you who don't know. Itchy, 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 itchy. Oh, by the way, I'm taking white paint stick from MAC. There. I'm still unsure what I want to do. Yay for me. I think I'm gonna take, Becca used to make these little pigment powders ages ago. So I'm gonna take that pigment powder, which basically is just a white shimmery pigment. You can use whichever brand. And I'm gonna start dabbing it where I put that paint stick. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but we'll see. Actually, I'm not seeing any difference, so let's see if I can take something a little bit bigger to buff it there. I'm gonna try maybe with a larger brush. Yeah, this is better. Did you see what Muff did? He's doing that like at least 3 times an hour. Like, zzz, it just storms off, flies, and then comes back. Like, what was his goal? No goal. Absolutely no goal. He just has so much energy that he has to spend it. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the ice cold from Jeffree Star if I can open it. That's the bummer with this packaging. It's like this one. Yeah, this is even more shimmery. Probably a better choice. I think I want to do something like a crown or some sort on the face. I don't know. Now you can see what's happening because there's a little bit of sunlight. Well, not sunlight, but you get what I'm saying. So there's that. Now I want to decide, I'm not really sure yet which, I think I know what I want to use there. I want to contour a little bit, and I'm going to actually use a mix of these three and like wing it. So I'm going to take something like this angled brush from MAC, which is MAC blah blah. And I'm going to be, you know, pushing this where I applied that vampire color. And seriously, I should have pulled my hair back better. I was gonna crimp it to make like a better effect for this look, but I think I'm gonna wait until it's done to decide what I want to do. And yeah, I know I look like a potato when I have the hair like that, but oh well. So there's that. Next, I want to go with one of these beautiful pigments, but I mean, what would work better? So guys, which color should I go for? Would you go more for a reddish or a greenish duochrome? Let me know. I might try. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's see if this helps a little bit the brows. No, this does not help the brows at all. So off it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the red and I'm gonna grab tiny little flat brush from MAC. And actually, where's my cream base? I don't have a cream base. Okay, well, whatever, Nora, whatever. As usual, you're Nora. So I'm grabbing, I'm going to tell you in a moment what it is. We'll see what kind of a disaster I can manage with this thing. It does not really come off as I want it to. Like, it's quite sheer. I know that it needs a cream base, but I applied a primer which has slight stickiness, so we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. I think that's as far as I'm gonna go. So this is from Makeup Forever, and they're the Holodiums powder. Holodium powder, and this is in shade 302. And it has like this duochrome property to it. Actually, I should apply a little bit more because I applied more on this side than the other. I think that should do. There's that. Now I'm gonna grab the white Holodium powder, which, yeah, I have white. And I'm gonna try and pack it on my eye. There. And I'm starting to bring it down. So basically, I'm bringing it everywhere. Like so. Like so. Sorry, Mom. Did I scare you? I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see. What do I have? What did I bring out? I brought an eyeliner, which I'm going to do something with it in a moment. Yeah. I'm taking a little bit of this from NARS, which is their, it's the Dual Intensity Eyeshadow in Callisto. And I'm just blending those two colors. I mean, you can use any color, okay? I'm just winging this look. I wanted to try different products and coming up with something that might be semi-interesting for anyone. So now I want to balance and do something here. So I'm going to start by adding a little bit of Blue Ice from the Anastasia palette. And I'm taking a little bit of Lucky Clover on my nose. Okay. What could I do? Let's see, now I'm going to take this. See if I like it. I'm taking a little bit of Blue Pigment by MAC. I'm adding it a little bit on the corners, and I haven't, it appeared to be sheer, but you can always buff it. So there's that. And my glasses are like already all full of powder, so I can't really see that well. Pigment close. Okay, thanks. But I think I'll have to I don't remember what I was gonna say. Sorry. These lines don't have to be perfect, by the way. It's like the beginning of the pattern. Thinking if I want something else on my lids, probably not, so. I just got asked if this look would work with sunblock. I think it could work as long as you set the thing properly. By the way, these kind of went messy. And my hands are shaking and I can't see very well. Oh, sorry, I'm without my glasses, so. Now I'm gonna grab some more colors. And I'm gonna grab eyeliners. I'm gonna go with an eyeliner where the red is. By the way, you don't have to do this. This is just, I wanted to experiment. Right, and do something a little bit different. I'm switching to the other side, which has a more of a precise liner. So this is like preliminary. Now I'm going to line the upper lash line. And I did that line across. So that's that. Are there any questions? Do let me know. I'm gonna grab red, primal red, and I'm gonna go in between. And sort of create lines. It's a little bit hard to explain when you're actually doing it. You know, like, I don't really have a plan. I'm just grabbing something and doing something. The liner, actually it was pink liner, and it's from Dior. They had this collection some time ago, but if I'm not mistaken, NYX has red liners, or I mean, you can do any color. I just tend to think that red and black is kind of more menacing. Yeah. Muffy is, by the way, on the camera. Wanna come? Okay. So I'm gonna do the other side. Same thing. Just grab the friggin' liner and start lining. They don't actually have to be perfect or like identical unless you want them so. Oops, I kind of messed up that one, but and I'm going to bring this one a little bit higher because I realized I did not do that. Okay. And I'm going to go back with the red eyeshadow, which is from NYX. They have semi-decent stuff. Like this eyeshadow turns out to be more of a hot pink than pure red. But, well. And you really need to always be packing it on because it doesn't really have that superb pigmentation. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but as you can tell, I tend to go for stuff that's a little bit scarier. Like, you cannot do this and just go with, you know, the glowy look. Like, that's totally fine too. You know, you can like do just like a pretty liner and a lot of false lashes. But I wanted something a little bit more intense, so that's why I went for that. Now, this is far from being done, but I have to be done with this look by 4:30 or so because I have to go to the post office. But we're getting there. So I'm gonna grab more items. Yeah, that's true. It looks a little bit like some manga cover or something like that. A little bit. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I'm grabbing a little bit of the orange in the Urban Decay palette to add a little bit more warmth because this red is very pink based. Actually, I should grab maybe a pencil brush if I can find one. Yep, I'm grabbing a pencil brush. Let's see if it does any better. I'm not sure. Whoops. Thinking about what it needs, because I feel it's really not complete by any means. So let's see what else we can do. I think I'm gonna add glitter. I'm gonna start with the glitter phase. I'm adding a little bit of glitter adhesive, and I'm gonna take the glitter and hopefully it will stick on. I'm not really liking this. The glitter is not really visible in this circumstance, so I don't really have sorry. I don't really have any glitter that would show up that well. I'm always procrastinating on buying the glitters. Like, it definitely doesn't add anymore. So, change of plans. I'm gonna go with my neck. I have to think what I want to do else. Like, on this area, I feel like I want to do something, but yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna grab first by White RX Decium. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. For those of you who know, I have hyperpigmentation issues on my neck, which makes it darker than the rest of my body. So I like to add this because it my hyperpigmentation tends to be brown and yellow. So this sort of counteracts that and makes the skin look, well, a bit more normal. Because I have that eczema in my neck and chest area, so it tends to be like, get a little bit darkened. Like if you've had acne and you've, I don't know, popped it or something, and then you know how it is that it can get like reddish and dark because of inflammation. Anyways, I'm gonna take this. And the beauty blender, oops, whoops, here. But I highlight a little bit. I don't know if those of you don't have like costumes that show your neck or something, then you don't need to do this step. Trying to show what you're doing without it being explicit or getting flagged for whatever reason. In my case, the white is very much close to my skin tone, so it won't really do that much if you wish. So yeah. I'm gonna add a couple of drops of this. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but let's see what it comes out. One second. Okay, I'm back. Paint stick in black. I really need a clean brush. So I'm gonna try this tiny little brush. I'm first blending the black. And I'm creating like a, how to say, well, can you see? like some kind of a mask. And now I'm going to take the black here. I know that I contoured before and stuff, but yeah, now that you're saying it, you don't have to contour. And I'm sort of fading it, like so. I'm doing the same thing, fading in the face. So the way I fade is that, well, the brush is already, the bristles are pretty separated. So what I did is that I'm pressing where it's darkest and then I'm, you know, releasing. So it creates this feathered effect. Now I'm taking my glasses off so I can continue over here. You can like fade it as you wish. So and I'm gonna create more of that fading effect over here. Now I'm taking the blue and starting to fade that. And now I'm taking a little bit of the green highlighter. And I'm like going over where the fading happened just to blend it further. I'm adding a little bit of that black if I can find a brush. Where's the brush? Oh, here. I'm adding a little bit here because I realized that it's kind of uneven. Now I'm like highlighting the ears, so I'm creating this beetle kind of color. For the lips, let's go with this. This is by Beauty Kale. Taking a lip brush if I have one available. Nope. Yay, I don't have any available one. So apparently I'm starting to look like some kind of a clown. It wasn't intentional, I swear. Oh, trying to find brushes, you know. Now it's starting to be the mess around here. I'm taking a little bit of the black, okay, again. So I honestly don't know what this is, if you're asking me. I have no freaking idea. It starts to look creepy, but I don't know what it is. And I'm gonna start adding random lines. If you haven't noticed yet, I love lines. I love creepy lines. The more lines, the creepier the thing gets, right? So we're doing lines because it's Halloween, and I don't understand the point of being cute in Halloween. Are there any questions? No, I'm just feathering because feathering looks creepy. Because it just looks freaking creepy. That's why I feather. In case of doubt, always add lines, always feather everything, and you're gonna look creepy without effort, basically. And for a little bit of extra creepiness, but you still want to look cute, you add a little bit of glitter. Because yeah, like you said, you're an evil fairy, but you still want to look having highlighter, because what kind of fairy doesn't work with highlighters? Like, I don't know. So let's add more crop into the face, because anyways, it is whatever. Do you want to look creepy? Well, to look creepy, you have to put on as much makeup as possible. That's my rule number one. Creepiness comes when you're putting on all of your pro kit on your face. That's take my word for it. Okay, now we're gonna go with blackest black of blacks and start, you know, like adding a little bit more depth to this blackness that there is here, because, you know, if you're an evil fairy, your heart is damn black, so, you know, like, I don't mean black in a racist way. I'm doing like black darkness, void. and a little bit more of gold. And a little bit more black. Because that's how horror, basically. Everything is messy, everything is a little bit overdone. Exactly. If you want to be creep as hell, then do Instagram makeup. That's creepy. Of course, probably a lot of people won't agree, but whatever. I'm just adding a little bit more darkness because, hey, I just realized, like, I made point, like, fuck it, I don't know how to do cute stuff. I just do creepy stuff. And it's always the same thing. I'm always like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this beautiful makeup, like, and then I'm like, this is what it ends up looking like. Even like regular costume makeup, I'm like, I'm gonna do something nice. You know, like more PG-13, eh. And oh yeah, there's something missing in there. But fret not. We're gonna solve that problem. It's a problem and we're gonna solve it. So we are adding some stitches, and as I said, the more makeup you add, the creepier it keeps getting. So now we have that. Shall I do the crimping of my hair? Let's do it. I'm bringing the equipment. Let's do the full transformation, shall we? Crimper, evil fairy. What can go wrong, right? If you could see my table, it's, oh my gosh. Exactly, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to make something scary. But this is actually annoying me. So I'm gonna actually have to change my top because I'm making it to a dirty mess. I'll be back 1 second. I was like, I don't know what to do in the beginning, so let's do evil. Whoops. Actually, I need to wear something to cover because I haven't shaved in a couple of days, so. Actually, this could suit well. Yeah. So let's start the cream party. For those of you who don't own a crimper, it's awesome. Seriously, you should try it. This might take a while, so I apologize. I hope you can see what's happening. I'm not sure how I'm gonna go to the post office like this. By the way, this isn't supposed to be like a neat crimping. It's just I'm crimping to give like a little bit of spooky texture to the hair. So it is a little bit spookier than it was. So if you go with something, like, you can continue paint it downwards, and you can even like apply some baby powder on the hair in order to make it messier. Or if you don't have a crimper, you don't have to do this. You can just use a lot of baby powder and or dry shampoo and like dust your hair, or yeah, dust it very well. And you'll end up with something like this. You can even buy fangs, or you can buy things to, like, there is a liquid that could make your teeth dark. But yeah, this is the final look. You can add more glitter, whatever. There's tons of options that one can do. But yeah. I hope this was anyhow fun and informative. Hello, Moth. The funny thing is that Moth recognizes me with all of that. And he's still like, oh, hello, Mom. So yeah, I don't know how it's possible that I could look cute with this, but yeah, I don't know. So what else? Muffy, you wanna come and say hello? Come, let's say hello. Little fairy and his bird, right, baby? No, I'm not gonna kiss you. So anyways, I think that's all for today. It was fun. I enjoyed showing you guys something a little bit different. And what else? You can also add a lot of hairspray that will make the hair look even crazier if you wish. You don't have to do these lines. You can do just black eyeshadow and wing it out. Make lines, like feather stuff. That makes it creepy. And yeah, he's like, he doesn't really care. By the way, those are my nails. A little bit creepy. Not really that much, but he doesn't care. He's like, yay, mommy. Yeah, he doesn't care that I look like this. So if that's not love, I don't know what it is. Right, Moth? Right, my little baby boy? You are. You are? You want? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. That's also true. I can see why. I agree. Right, Moth? But we have to wash this thing off, don't we? Yes, we do. Anyways, I think that's everything for today. I can be reached on, so you all know, on Instagram or on my email. And I want to thank you, everybody, and I'll be updating on my Instagram and possibly my website on what's going on. I'll be, as you know, going to Finland next Friday, and I'll be there for a little bit over 2 weeks. So yeah, I think that's about everything. So thank you very much for watching and for joining me and enduring these 2 hours of me doing random shit on the internet. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Say bye. Yeah. Bye-bye.